Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Anuradha Vasan, and you are watching Talk with Anu. Today, I'm with a very special guest. She is a power influencer, an entrepreneur, a woman empowerment leader, a community leader, and
you.
and she does so many things. She initiates so many attractive events. She's an event planner, organizer, and I don't know how she does it all. So I'm here to find it out with her. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anu. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Tell us about your journey and yourself and all about you.
Yes, basically, I am one happy-go-lucky type person. Always been up to mischief, never wanting to put any time in education. Would never say that in front of my kids, but I always believe that you put your heart to something, you achieve it, and there's nothing that is impossible for you. So initially, I got married very young. By age 20, I got married. In South India, it's pretty much the girl is ready for marriage as soon as they turn 20.
Right.
Got married, had my kids by 23 and 25, and I thought of starting to do something special. I waited for my kids to grow up a little bit and started something slow where I got an opportunity to work in a physician's office. And when I went there, I was just as a receptionist. I'm a people's person. So that was a perfect fit for me. And I wanted to be there for my kids because my husband traveled quite a bit. So I didn't want my kids to feel the absence of parents. So I wanted to be home and close to my kids. And it worked out very well, where my hours were flexible and I would come back home before they came back home. But within 3 months of being in the medical office, I loved the billing part of it. Picked up very fast, and I became a billing manager in 4 to 5 months there. 3-4 years I worked, then I got an opportunity to work from home, to be with my kids more. So that's when my company started, and I became a medical billing entrepreneur, and I felt like I could do more for the physicians because I'm a physician's advocate. A lot of people think physician means they must be minting money. In reality, no.
Right.
If a physician gets paid for every penny that they are due, they would be so rich, but it doesn't work. So I said, okay, let me be their physician's advocate, do the best job, started my company small, and I maintained the quality. So that's where it is. Waited for my kids to grow up so that I can pursue my passion, which is being on stage, being on media, and trying to make some influence. I wanted to leave a legacy behind. Want to make sure that I'm remembered for something. And I got an opportunity, but at the time COVID started, so I had to wait for another 2 years. Then finally the time came in, and I came onto social media, and I loved being there, loved like the way the events were happening. I said, let me put in my 2 cents also. And I came forward and I said, when I was growing up in my company or professionally or personally, there's not much that you can actually gain help or support. But I said, I'm going to be the different person.
Beautiful.
Let me see how I can help others and keep the genuinity in there and be there for everyone. That's how my story started on social media.
Amazing. That was pretty much my next question. What inspired you to start your journey? And that's what you just told us.
Yes, because I felt, a lot of people think that empowering means earning more than a husband or having a great job and all that. But the true meaning of empowerment is, even if you give your hand to a person sitting down and help them stand up, that's empowering them. So first I helped myself. I stood on my own feet and I made sure I was able to help other people, like in my business and everything. I did my job as a wife, as a mother. Then I said, okay, now time to do something for me and for others. So that's when I said, let me do what I can do. I get good ideas, and when somebody tells me about their business, I get some really amazing ideas, God's grace. So I want to share those ideas, and I want to make sure that I give them a helping hand and see what I can do to make them grow and get their full potential.
Absolutely.
Help however you can.
Absolutely.
That's been my motto.
Beautiful. And that's pretty much my next question as well. I don't know how she reads my mind. So I've seen you as a person who supports and helps others, with their projects. Any new
Yes.
project, supports it no matter what.
Yes.
So you do that. How do you do this?
Because I feel if I'm blessed with ideas, why not share it? For me, I feel that the other person is not a competition at all. A lot of people think, okay, if I tell the other person, maybe they'll outgrow me and they'll become bigger. If you have the potential, you can do whatever you want to. So just because I'm giving you a little bit of a support doesn't mean that it's going to undermine me, my business, personally or professionally. So I feel the people who are around me, if I can give them a few ideas and help them, they do their due diligence and see if it fits them. It's not like they're going to take my word for granted.
Yeah.
They always see, okay, this thing is making sense. Let me take it, and then I will tell them, let me support you. So I try on my social media also. People who are following me, they are somebody that I know. A lot of people have approached me saying that you can buy the followers and all that. I don't do that. I want to keep it as genuine as possible, and I want to really help out. When I'm blessed with those ideas, I want to spread that. That's it.
That's amazing.
Talking about the bhajan clubbing,
Yes.
right?
So, bhajan clubbing, the idea generated when my friend who noticed something in India where these organizations are putting in together a great event, and this is just for like Gen Z and the youth. We grew up listening to these amazing bhajans like Hanuman Chalisa, Achyutam Keshavam. Those are your favorite ones. We have such a fond memory. But at the same time, in childhood, if your mom asked you, do you want to come for a bhajan? First thing is, no, I want to go play.
Yeah.
Because they are a little more soulful, slow, and you need a lot of patience to sit through them.
Absolutely. This is the first time this is
Yeah.
a bhajan clubbing.
First time in Georgia, thanks to my friend Radhika. She got up with the idea. I just fell in love with it. I said, let's take our roots, let's give it a little bit of masala as we are used to,
Yeah.
and carry the same essence basically, but with a high tempo, high energy, and high music, a little fast pace, so that everybody enjoys it. And we did it a little trepidation because we were thinking might be a hit or not, but we said it's a God's thing, we will do it. You will not believe the minute I approached some singers, these are all like amazing professional singers, they said yes. Musicians, one of the singer brought them, the minute he asked, they said yes. So sometimes, when you think about something without expecting anything,
Yeah.
and take the name of the God, it works out 100%.
Absolutely.
Put any restriction, we told people feel free, get up, dance, whatever you want to do. You want to feel like sitting down and just enjoying it, let the essence flow through you, or you want to get up and dance and take the name of the Lord, it's up to you. And we were so surprised when people had such a beautiful experience, especially some of the older generation. They came, they sat in the back. I thought they might think the music was a little loud, they might leave, but they stayed. And when they were leaving, they told us, we want to come every time.
Lovely.
So you see, the younger and the older, we all fit in so perfectly in this world.
Absolutely.
It is for everyone.
Yep.
The vibe is
Anybody
there.
can come.
The vibe is truly there.
Exactly.
What challenges did you face and how did you overcome?
The challenges I faced was people would not take my suggestion or advice kindly sometimes because they felt I must be having some vested interest in it. So I let it go. I didn't let it get to me. I would always provide the advice or thought that popped into my mind when somebody told me about their business, and I let them decide if they want to take my advice or not. Never enforced it, never forced myself. I would always say, my time will come. But a lot of times, if I was approached or if I approached somebody saying, hey, can I be an MC for your event or something? And they're like, we've already found one. So I felt people were willing to pay, but look down when you offer for free.
Right.
Because sometimes it's like you don't have a value if you don't charge.
Yeah.
But I kept to my thing and I said, I'm going to do what makes me comfortable.
Correct.
And I followed it, and slowly and steadily today people trust my advice. When I post something or when I put something out there, they give me a great response. And I think that's where I ended up. If I had taken the first negativity hit me, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Beautiful thought. Beautiful. As an event organizer and a leader, what motivates you to bring people together? Bringing people together is such a blessed job. You know, you do that all the time. So
Event, it looks like easy because we have sold out events, but I'm telling you, it is the toughest job. Because in Atlanta, we are blessed with a lot of events.
Yes.
And I mean, we have enough population that the events that we are doing should actually be less.
Yes.
But what happens is that people have their own choices and friends who might be doing the events, so they get challenged over there as to which one to go, which one not to go. But I've always kept my doors open. I always think it's okay, even if people come or not, my events are carrying some meaning, so let me do it. And if they come, they take advantage of it. If they don't come, they can come back next time. So
Awesome.
that always been my policy.
fantastic thought, and I love the vibe. Talking to Lakshmi in the bold answers. So that's a wonderful part of an interview. So I love that. So my next question is going to be on women
For
empowerment.
me, empowerment means to be able to extend my hand and to help another woman, man, child, anybody, any human being, any animal, it doesn't matter. For us, God has blessed us with so much of positivity. So if we can spread that by helping others, that's empowerment for me.
Perfect.
I feel that every person needs somebody just to give them that affirmation. That's the most important key. Just like your child, when you tell them you can do this, they know they can, but they just need that final touch.
Yes.
So for me, I've always felt that you all can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. My dad always taught me one thing: what's the worst thing that can happen? If you know what's the worst thing, you have it in your solution. Because if the worst thing is, okay, I'll give you an example. I'm doing an event, and the worst thing for me is I break even, right? That's okay. I'm not making a profit. I'm okay with that, because for me, the event and the meaning it carries is more important than me earning anything on my events, which I never do.
Okay.
People think doing the events are like, oh, so good, we earn like a lot of money. We don't. I do the events because it empowers others and it gives them a lot of meaning, and also it gives them a platform. That is very important. That's how I'm saying. Whenever you want to do events, don't expect anything. Do it with a good heart and a good intention, with a great planning. It works out for you. That's what I always say. Think of the worst case scenario. If you think the worst case scenario is manageable, you can do it. Do the event, worst case scenario, don't step back. Otherwise, when you're in your 70s and 80s, you'll be regretting. You'll be thinking, oh, I wish I did that. Oh, I wish I. So don't get there. Take a chance.
Lovely. I think that pretty much answers my next question as well. Social media often shows the success part.
Yeah.
Can you share a moment of failure or self-doubt and what it taught you?
Yes. Beauty pageants. That's my signature event. Every time I would think, I wish they would do it this way. I wish they did it this way. Because I wasn't really happy with some of the ways that they organized. Then when Anushmita said, why don't you, do it with me if this is what your passion is? And I said, yes, because for me, beauty pageant is not about beauty, but it's about my inner self. So when I was doing the beauty pageants, all of a sudden I got this idea. I went for one of the events where a friend of mine had conducted for neurodiverse individuals, special need kids. And she gave them a platform where the kids could dance, sing, play a band, be themselves. I just felt so much in love, and I said, yes, if a regular child is getting an opportunity to do football, painting, chess and everything, why not every single kid under the earth? That's where I thought about it, and I said, I started with my beauty pageant. So last year, I included a special segment where I created a platform for neurodiverse kids, and I had a pageant for them.
I'm loving our talks.
So, to continue our conversation, tell me, how do you balance personal life, mental wellness, and professional responsibilities?
For me, all three are one package. I feel that they're all important in their own section. So I've always made sure that I do not fall below the line. I always stay above because I always make the special effort. And once you make the effort, it does happen. A lot of people think that, no, my work is this, or I have something else to do. For me, at the end of the day, it's all excuses.
Right.
So if you don't find the excuse, you can balance your life very well and manage your time. When you do that, you can add on more onto your plate. I always tell people I have more energy than a 20-year-old. So that's how I am. I'm like that. The perfect way to put me is I'm like the Energizer bunny. It keeps going and going.
Yeah.
So I'm able to put in a lot of effort. It was initially a little difficult, but I made it happen for me because I felt these things are important and I wanted to make sure I balance all of them and put them all in one plate.
What a cute example that you just shared. You have the energy of the 20-year-old. Wow, so cute. I mean, we need a person like this in every event because you are the one who energizes other people. So, makes sense.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Yes.
Tell us, who has been your biggest inspiration or kind of a support system throughout your journey?
See, a lot of people in your life influence you. You might forget them, but every step of your life, there are so many people that you come across. And I've been blessed, starting with your parents, your siblings, your family, your husband, your kids, your friends. Everybody around you actually influences you. And I've been blessed to have so many people who have been part of my life and they've made a huge impact from my social media, from my business point, my clients, everyone. So I always tell people that I'm blessed. I have a lot of people to thank for. And if I start, I think I don't have enough in the rest of my life to thank them because every person made an impact. A friend, an enemy, or a family, or anybody, they made an impact in my life positively.
Beautiful. Good to know that. What impact do you hope to create through your work and influence?
For me, I want to make sure that a lot of people say a drop in an ocean makes a difference, and actually it does. So I want to let people know that if I could do it, everybody can do it. And I want to let them know if as long as you have that energy, you have the zeal, the zest to drive, you should do it.
Beautiful.
So that has always been my goal. Like, I want to make sure I tell them that if I can start at the age of 49 to come into social media and become who I am today, if it's possible for me, it's possible for everyone.
Lovely. What a motivational sentence that is.
A lot of people say that, why at this age? And I was like, why not? Age is just a number for me because I've always felt that the restriction is from you, not the age, not the surroundings, not anything else. It's you. So as long as you break that barrier, you can do it. So I'm a prime example. I'm 53 and I'm still kicking and I still have so much to do, not
Fantastic.
just something.
Fantastic. Now to my favorite part. What exciting projects, events, or goals you are currently working on?
Actually, these days, I see a lot of events happening in Atlanta. And since all of them are more entertainment based, I said, let others go ahead and do it because there's enough people to cover every event. I feel as if it's not enough events happening. So for me, there are some things that touch my heart is something which is more inspirational. So I'm working on two different projects. One is with my partner who came up with the idea of bhajan clubbing in Atlanta. That is one of the events I'm working on. The date has been fixed. We both are doing it July 17th at Bliss Events from 7 to 9 p.m. So that is one I'm working on because I felt that this is going to be very impactful and soulful for people, not to leave our roots behind to carry to the next generation. And the other event I'm working with another partner of mine, Smita Pakala, is called as Udan. So with Udan, the events that we are doing are inspirational too. So we are working on that and it is on June 28th. The flyer will be out very soon.
Wow.
It is to let people know about, how to get ready for colleges. See, in this country, information is the key.
Yes.
If you don't have the information, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
A lot of people might be share like a little shy to share the information, but we are not. So
Absolutely.
we decided we are going to do events. That's why we called it Udan. My very good friend Smita came up with it. So Udan is basically a flight. So when you take flight into the best generations, best possible directions, that's what we wanted to do. So with that, we wanted to do this event where these are all learning sessions. This has nothing to do with money, profit, or anything, but we are trying to give the knowledge to people. So these events are making my heart go strong. And I feel that by doing this, I'm providing a platform for other people where they can learn. When I struggle with my kids trying to find some information, we want women or families not to struggle. So these are the projects I'm working on right now.
What a great motto and need of the hour. These projects are the
Yes.
kids project, especially
Yeah.
schoolgoers.
Yes.
And all the best for your Udan and the ABC events and much more
Yes.
in line. Um,
Thank
so,
you.
what message would you like to share with the viewers?
I would always tell them there is no time to start but now. Don't give yourself an excuse. Do it. Because age, as I said, is just a number. And think about the worst case scenario in your life. Then it feels like, oh, this is just the worst case scenario. You know what? I can do it. Don't go ahead with the regret that I never did it. I thought about it, but I didn't do it. Don't have regrets because life is so small. You want to make sure you package it well and leave your legacy behind. Worst case is what? You fail, you get up, shrug yourself, and move on. Do something else. So that's why I tell people start now, do it.
Lovely. If your life journey had a title or a hashtag, what would it be and why?
This is one of my favorite things that I will tell you from my heart. Three words to explain lucky: live, love, and leave.
Wow.
LLL. Live your life, love your life, and leave the negativity behind. That makes lucky, and that's me. And that's why I always feel those three things are very close to me. That is one of my favorite because, people always hesitate. People always think that, no, this is not for me. I can't do it. And they move on in their life, and I feel bad. These days, I am coming across a lot of people coming to me for some advice. I direct them to the professionals because I'm not a professional, but I feel that more people need to understand there is a lot to live for.
Right.
So I would love to take that opportunity to give you my hashtag.
Right. So, Lakshmi, tell us from dreams to reality, you have built a career, a business, and meaningful community initiatives. What is one behind the scenes moment from your journey that people would never guess?
This is the most fun part because nobody would guess. I was actually the cameraman for one of the movies. Nobody would know that. There is a
Wow.
Telugu movie that played in India right now, and it's in the YouTube channel. It's called as Are Apandra. So this is Venkat Reddy Dugireddy. He's a very, very good friend of ours and family friend. He acted in that movie, and he had given us an opportunity for me to be in a 30-second role in that movie. And he wanted some of the scenes to be shot here. So when he reached out to me, I said, "Oh, perfect." So me, my cousin, and him, we all did this. And I decided this was the moment that I could step into a world which is totally different to what I usually do. I like taking pictures, I like taking videos, I like coverage a lot of times. So I said, okay, this is my opportunity to be the cinematographer
Wow.
or cameraman. So I picked the places and we went there and I recorded everything on my phone. This was the unbelievable part. So almost 15 minutes of the movie was recorded here and it was all on my phone. And I was the cameraman for that day. And that movie got released in India about 2 to 3 weeks ago. And now
Wow.
it's available on YouTube channel. So that was one of the behind the scenes nobody knows about. Nobody
Yeah,
knows that
it's so
I'm
fun and interesting to know this story of yours.
yes.
Name of the
It's
movie?
it's called as Are Apandra. It's a Telugu
Uh-huh.
movie.
Wow.
So I've always loved to be on the stage. So for it. I was on the 70 screen too for about
Lovely.
30 seconds in the movie. It was
And
fun.
lovely and cute experience there. So now we have a rapid fire round for Lakshmi. So, Lakshmi, let's go. Coffee or chai?
Yes. Coffee,
Early morning or late night ideas?
late night ideas, always.
One word that describes your journey.
Fly,
Wow. One person who inspires you.
my family,
One thing you want the world to remember about you.
my seat. Age is just a number.
Brilliant. Lakshmi, thank you so much for your time, and I really appreciate you. You are a great speaker. I've been admiring the way you do your work and the speeches that you give. Thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it, Anu. It was a journey that I needed to do to learn a little bit about myself. You get so busy. Now I know that, okay, so these are all the things that make a difference. I do it automatically, but for a change, now when you asked me, it made me realize why, what, where, and how. These are the most important questions.
Thank you.
So I want everyone to take one opportunity and take one hobby, take one thought and put it forward. And I'll be more than happy to help them if they need help. So this is something, Anu, after talking with you, I really loved it. This is my first interview, by the way. I've never come across this way. I've always talked to people by personally, when they reached out to me for help or anything. So when you reached out to me and you said this is something, I loved it. So I am offering on this, platform that if ever anyone wants help, anyone wants to throw their idea, anyone wants to just discuss their thought process, I am there. I'll be more than happy to, open up the door and say, hey, I'm here to listen. So I want to utilize this platform for people to reach out to me, but I want everyone to take a moment, their heart, their thought, and put their dream on the plate today. One change is all that is required. And I believe me, when they take that first step, that's the toughest one, they're going to make it happen for themselves. And they'll be surprised. I would love to talk to them like after 6 months, and you will see they've made some difference. So hopefully they all will come forward and they will all take one thing to do today. That's just my hope and my wish.
Beautiful closing there. Thank you so much, Lakshmi, again. And
Yeah.
all the best for all your projects.
Thank you. Thank you, Anu. I really appreciate this. This means a lot to me.
Thank you.
Thank you.